This was a land that was safe until John Ross got killed that night.
Yeah, the closest you've never talked to it ends.
What happened with John, Gina? I'll give you a little bit. And that's the thing that changed my life. But it also made me more aware that that's the first time it showed me that these things really do happen, Gina. We just out there playing, having a beautiful time.
Out where?
Seavey Circle. Out playing outside, really right outside where Wilma used to live.
Yeah.
Right there. I know you probably just don't even remember that. How old is you now? Anyway. And then I'm going to go back. You what? How old are you? You want to say that? I know your age.
Well, she wasn't born when
No.
Wilma lived in that
Not
house.
at all.
She was born when we lived in River Bend.
Right.
Wilma had already moved out.
Right. You right.
Yeah.
So I'm 14, Gina. And let me tell you a little bit about this. Okay, I got to smoke cigarette. I know you don't like cigarettes.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 14, Gina. I know you probably don't know, but you had to have heard through your Amanda or whoever about Seavey Circle. Mm-hmm. This was a place, it really is considered, like it's people would believe that you would say, I lived in Seavey Circle. Sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. But this was a place where you could play outside. We had a donut man, and he's got the best fucking donuts. And it wasn't dirty or nothing like that. He's fancy. He's got the paper. It had a smell. We had a donut man used to blow for us when we were 6 years old, and we would come out like in the fucking fairy tale movies, like the birds and the squirrels, and just come in. They for a dime and shit. And if you just got a nickel, he'll give it, man. And he came. It was sitting. I never seen Gina. I used to be sitting out maybe about 10 o'clock at night with some olders like John Ross Clark or something like that. I'm about 7 years old. Why am I sitting?
With the grown
I'm way away from Wendy's house. My mom's way away somewhere. I don't even know where she at. Hey, I'm sitting on the bench and the weather's nice and I'm listening to the elders. I ain't got a worry in the world.
Right.
All of them ain't got to worry. All the kids are out at night.
Right.
So this was a land like that for at night.
Right.
Because usually anywhere else, if the light is on, like if you're in the Meadowview or whatever, then you get on in. But not in Seavey Circle.
Wow.
It was pure Gina until that night. Okay, and we're out there playing, and turned out it was some racist white dudes. And Gina, we're in the front. Me and Mark Reese had ran to the back. We were just in the front. And Clark and them, I kind of heard the story a little different later, but I believe they went on to the Visa. We had teen centers where all the kids could go at night.
Yeah.
You know, you can go to the teen center almost any time, up to about 9 o'clock. Right. That's long for a little ass 8-year-old. Yeah. That's a long time. Yeah. You get to go up there. You go to one of the Visa or Seavey Circle. Yeah. We had like two properties, two lands. Yeah. Both of them were safe. They all knew my aunties. They knew everybody. Knew my grandmother.
Wow.
You know, been know my cousins. All of our aunties know each other. Their grandmothers know each other. This is a land. All of our family been there. Believe it or not, Brenda. I don't believe Amanda lived there, but Winnie, Maddie, all of us were all come up from my grandmother was right there, and my friends' grandmothers would be. It's so crazy to kind of like the Cleveland stuff Mom used to talk about. Remember the generations? I see it. This was a land that was safe until John Ross got killed that night, and we're out there playing in a land like that, Gina. I'm talking about where you have no words. You most people that let you come in their house, but we played outside a lot. We played football. We played tag. It's Herbert. It's Dawn. All the ones. It's the Bullies. It's Grimmett. It's we had Grinches out there, Gorillas, but we all knew each other. And we would play in the night because it was safe, Gina. Real safe. I hate that night happened. But anyway, imagine an era like that, a place like that. Man, I was in jail one time with this cat. He used to live right by us in River Bend when we came back the second time we come. And his name is Pretty Timmy. He's a pimp. And we were talking about my dad. We used to be right in the front in River. Do you remember where River Bend is? Where we live? No. You don't even remember? Okay. It's right in the front of it, and it's a grass we used to play football. Anyway, we lived there, and Pretty Timmy stayed in there with Nanny. Anyway, I'm in jail with him, and when we talking, I've been knowing Timmy for years, right? Yeah. But I didn't know he knew me.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you how though. I'm talking to him, and I'm like, damn, Timmy, I remember you came to the circle, man. You came about. He like, nigga, came to the circle 5 years ago. He said, nigga, I was here when your daddy and your mom was in the Visa. Nigga, I used to babysit you.
Oh.
Check me like that in jail. I said, nigga, you know my daddy? I had to sit up, right? You know, he said, nigga, I know your daddy. Well, I swear to God, it's a true story. And I didn't never put it in the show. And this is how I learned more about dad, through him. He said, nigga, I knew your daddy before he lived over there when he was in the Visa. Nigga, I used to babysit your ass. And I swear to God, it's like 6 elder, and I don't know what old school people did back in the day, but it's like 6 niggas up growing up. They would always pull me to the side, tell me they know me, know my mama, my David. That's how I knew they know me. They know Wilma, and know everybody, and would say, I used to babysit you.
Yeah.
So they been in my house, man. So my dad did some party, right? But anyway, I try to get at him, nigga, you came to the circle about 5 years. He said, came to the circle about 5 years ago, nigga. I was there for you, because nigga, I used to babysit you. He got offended by it. He's telling me he's circle, right? And I'm thinking, I'm like, what? Nigga, your daddy, nigga, y'all remember your daddy? Fool, your daddy know me well. So I said, Timmy, when you used to come outside and talk to my dad, you knew him?
Yeah.
It's like, I've been knowing your dad since I was a kid. I looked up to your dad, nigga, and I know your mom well. Check me.
Wow.
See how you don't know? This nigga was over there with us. I'm thinking he had just came over there with Nay.
Right.
And he was a pimp nigga, and he was a pretty boy, you know, and I didn't know he was from there, though. You nigga telling me I was there before you, nigga. And then start telling me how the land was then. Remember how, in that book, Mark Reese's sister, she described it well, how she came. This is the project, Gina. This girl described it as a wonderland. It's a reason for that. But that was before John Ross.
Shout out to Yolanda, she did that.
She described it well. I read her words up. That's how I looked at it.
Wow.
And I was in the midst of it.
Right.
Loving you for free, man. I couldn't. It was really before John Ross. Before that night, Gina.
Yeah.
We didn't know that black people could get shot down and kids. I never knew none of that. I had a great life before, and I was 14. But I just told you about Atlanta. And if you got the book, let her see, just read about that portion of how going to this, she came from somewhere. And they moved to New Avisha, which is a circle too, right? It's across the book. We the same people. And she describes it, Gina, and says she starts seeing people and seeing this place. And this is with clotheslines. She's describing it as eyes that she never, and it really,
she did.
I'm telling you, you're outside, girls too, 11 o'clock at night, you know. It's an elder watching over you. They're everywhere. The elders are watching. And you're just playing, and you know, you went in running in and out the house. You know, your mom knew all them kids. Those kids know your mom. All respect, no talking back. And you go out and play, don't get in no trouble. And it was just beautiful. It was really a land like that. Where, and also, like there's nowhere nobody's going to watch you get hurt at all. Like somebody jumping on you. Oh, hell no. All them dudes? They didn't go for that. They were throwback. So you're not going to be fighting with your woman too much. It is some niggas went nuts and you know you better not get it. He's killing everybody. But I'm telling you, it's going to always be a nigga like Herbert too. And I seen him jump up. No, nigga. You ain't finna do that. So shout out to you, Herbert. I seen that. You're not about to do that. No, my people. But we had them like that, and that's a John Ross too. These people that's gonna jump in. So if you're walking with him, you had no worries about anybody. If you're walking with Herbert or Grimmett, you had no worries about nobody finna hurt you. You walking with Eastwood, Tim, or you not having no worries that nobody's finna hurt you. Because this motherfucker right here will go with that, you know what I mean? Oh, anybody younger than him, he's the boss, he's the leader, and that's his squad. You bet not. So we were real well protected, not just from the men, but the women too, and the women were protected too. Nobody's gonna. I couldn't imagine somebody slapping their woman down in the middle of the circle. I never even see Dad go crazy on my. I just couldn't imagine. Manny would be about to what? Him and Margaret, and nobody gonna fuck with Manny. Hey, they about the worst. But you ain't seeing women get hit on. You ain't seeing women.
They tried to jump in.
His cousins that'll jump in. Like if you mess with his cousin, like in the movie Boys, whatever, Been Society.
Yeah.
And you would mess with his cousin, and you hurt her heart.
Yeah.
It's niggas that would come check on you at school or whatever, and jump you. That's not their business.
Right.
Nigga, my cousin liked you. You play my cousin, and will fuck you up on sight and go find you too, really. So you better be cool about fucking with people's hearts back in, and whose sister you fucking with. You had to be very, very careful. Everybody was so vicious. Clark and them will fuck you up about some stay waiting on, and they don't start no trouble. But as soon as you do something, them niggas will dive on you. He say, I remember Clark saved Lucky's life, and they was trying to kill him with knives.
Damn.
This nigga jumped in there like Superman, saved the day. They ran off and everything. That's how crazy they. So I'm rocking with them. They're the elders, though. They're the John Rosses that I'm telling you. And I want to stop it there because you asked about the story, and it would have went into the shooting. But I'm glad you did. I got to bring the circle. You didn't get none of it, huh?
I got it all.
Oh, that was nice. Gina. But the circle was a little bit different. I never seen nothing like it. Because, and man, I noticed about all the other neighborhoods, I go to Betty's in Oak Park or wherever, we had to be in at night. The Seavey Circle.
You didn't have
or if you was outside in Oak Park or something, you right in the street right there. Circle, we way in the Visha. I'm way in the Visha with Tandem, you know what I mean? Kenny Howard and them, Tommy Kendall and Maddie was in there too, you know what, man? We way out, we kids. It was that protected. There's nobody gonna come fuck with you. You'll have Superman come out of nowhere and he'll chop their Leandro used to fuck everybody up. Tattoo's brother, he's tall. He just wait. He still waits on the motherfucker to do something. I swear to God, these niggas will fuck them motherfuckers up. So I had no worries. I swear, Mark Reese, he's little like this, he's dead now. I'm going everywhere with him. But everybody know.
Don't fuck with Mark.
He's little, but he'll go charging on big niggas. And they scared of him. I swear to God, these are my running partners. So I didn't have to worry.
This nigga moving out the door.
Especially John Ross or
Clark.
Clark. Hey, but walking with John Ross, Clark, or Weasel, or they wish a mother. They in shape and everything. The best in track. Clark was the what's that? The senior when you senior prom, you the king.
Valedictorian.
He was the man back then. He wish you would
like the homecoming.
They'll just come like Superman. John Ross was fucking. They were scared of him just off looks, and he used to beat us all the time.
Why'd she gonna get out there? Princess is cool though. See, Princess is. Hey, Princess. Hey, Mooney. Hey, Mooney. How you doing?
She just can't wait for somebody to rub on her.
No, get upside down. I barely even said nothing. I just said hi. How you doing, Mommy? How you doing, Mommy? Daddy leave you all the time? What's the problem, Mitch? What's the problem? Let's see how far you get. Last time, me and him both, I walked him out, and he was like, man, I'm forgetting something. I was like, you grabbed you this, you grabbed you that? He's like, yeah. Then I came back in the house, I was like, oh, Princess. You forgot Princess.
And Princess wasn't even tripping. She just watched him walk out the door.
Princess is just... Princess just, oh shit. Princess, here you go.
Princess ain't trying to come. Come on. I know. You don't want to come. All right, Gina.
All right, love you.
All right, bro.
Hey, send me something.
Okay.
All right.
He always
I don't know